Hello, welcome to my ePortfolio tour and reflection. Now I use different digital tools to display my work, such as a PowerPoint to display the Type Focus Reflection project. I think PowerPoint is an efficient digital software to manifest your work quickly and easily. It even goes to the extent of offering additional adornments and transitions to embellish your slides. It's quite well known, but I would recommend it if you haven't heard of it before. Now for the researching a job, my Type Focus Assessment Suggested project, I used a poster. Well, actually, I took a picture of a poster board I made to replace the absence of a digital poster, which would have been created with a website. The reason for this is because I didn't want to risk being in pursuit of a website that would allow me to display my project for a long time. In other words, I was concerned that most websites would impose a word limit, not allowing me to display all of my project. So instead, I made a radio-themed poster board with bottle caps, as you can see here, to imitate knobs, a tinfoil antenna, as you can see here, and an illustrated speaker, as you can see here. It was quite easy to construct, only requiring a few construction supplies and more if you would want to emblazon your poster even more. It gets the job done when it comes to displaying your work well, but it is difficult to read from my picture. So that's why I rewrote what the poster said in my ePortfolio and accompanied it by more pictures of my poster. And I'll show you that. Now for the job interview dramatization project, I made a video with iMovie and then posted it on YouTube. It was a fun project to create, but I didn't want to spend too much time on it, so that's why I read off a script in the video, which I'm doing in this video for the same reason. It was filmed with my camera, which offers quite exceptional video quality. I know the video didn't have the best editing, and there were probably more features and tools to improve the video, but it was my first time actually creating a video. In retrospect, I think videos are a great way to display work in a way that's visually appealing and effectively, and can serve more as a benefit to visual learners in terms of explaining something, which is something to keep in mind when you're working on a school project. I displayed now for the next project. I displayed the spring break trip project through a comic strip, but not a digital comic strip. Once again, I know that this could be considered a digital tool absence, but the reason for this is similar to the reason for why I made a poster board for the Unit 2 project. But the reason here is because I was concerned that I wouldn't be able to place paragraphs into a comic strip speech bubble because of a word limit. So instead, I just took a picture of the comic strip I made. I think comic strips are a more creative way to display your work and can be quite entertaining to create. Now for the next project, the Financial Tips for Youth project was displayed with a PowerPoint presentation. I just like using PowerPoint because it's easy and quick to use, and it offers ways to embellish your slides or improve them. I'm aware that I already stated this, but it's true. And I know I already used a PowerPoint to display a project prior to this, but I had 2 more projects after this to display my work in a different way. Now for the next project, the Challenging Media Stereotypes project, it was displayed through a podcast, well actually a YouTube video with just audio. I know there are other websites to create a podcast, but I was already used to editing on iMovie, and I wanted to have an illustration to accompany the audio since it makes the video a bit more visually appealing. But I didn't want to be in pursuit of the right website offering all of that for a long amount of time. Now for the next project, the Teen Advice Project, it was displayed through a newspaper template design website, and I'll show you that right now. I thought this design website was easy and quick to use, and it did offer other ways to embellish your work, and it's a creative way to hand in a report or essay. I know this project was not up to the standard amount of work like in all the other projects, and it wasn't as visually appealing, but I was just a bit stressed out at the time, and I wanted to finish the project quickly, but maybe a little too quick. Next time I'll try and plan out all of the project paragraphs and form them in point form on a piece of paper before I start the project. That way I can quickly gather all of the important information I need and then form it as a complete paragraph on my computer, instead of rushing the project by quickly reading through websites. Anyways, I apologize for this, but I also apologize for the absence of digital tools and reiteration of using the same digital tools for more than one project. But I hope you can understand my reason for this. And for the fifth project, well, the project I'm doing right now, I'm using a screen recording software. The best project. I considered the job interview dramatization to be my best project because I think it was comprised of lots of information which was relevant to teenagers. I think almost every teenager wants a job, and there is a lot of useful information on the internet. Sure, my video doesn't have all the information to apply for a job, but teenagers have so many websites to turn to as a source of information about how to acquire a job. I also think I learned the most from the project out of all of the projects, and I did enjoy acting with my sister in the video. Changes and improvements I made to the ePortfolio. The changes and improvements I made were quite basic changes. I've added a lot more pictures and a variety of different text to my ePortfolio to make it more visually appealing. I've also rechecked some of my work for any grammar or spelling mistakes. I even tried to improve the vocabulary of my work and most words that you'll see in my projects that I can't take credit for. I had the assistance from some dictionary or the source websites which I listed at the homepage, and I also reached out to my mom and dad for help. Overall, I think Planning 10 was a good course. I learned lots of important and relevant information, such as how to write a cover letter, how to adequately save money, and other information relating to topics such as applying for a job, saving money, taxes, sexual health, and food nutrition. And at the same time, the course required me and all the other students to collaborate with each other and research topics and problems related to what we learned and how to overcome these problems. I think it would be a good idea if the course incorporates videos to teach the topics we learn to visual learners such as myself. Thank you for watching.